Hello students, today I am going to show you the acidity and basicity of the sample. Means this is the practical of class 10 showing the acidity and basicity of a given sample. So, if a substance is an acid, suppose a hydrochloric acid, suppose a sulfuric acid, suppose an oxalic acid, tartaric acid and many more, all the acid gives certain tests and all the basic gives certain tests. So, let us do the test one by one and show whether the substance is acid or not. Okay. So, the first test we have a litmus test. We have taken a small quantity of, I have taken the litmus paper, this is a red litmus and we have taken blue litmus. Okay. As all of you know that acid react with red litmus and the red litmus does not change its color, whereas acid react with blue litmus, it converts blue litmus into red. So, we have some acid and we have some samples in it. So, suppose that we are adding sample A, we are adding sample A to the red litmus, Look after here very carefully. This is the red litmus and we are adding sample A. See, the sample A did not give any color change with a red litmus. It means that the sample A is not showing any change in color with a red litmus. So, let us check the sample A with a blue litmus. See what happens. When blue litmus reacts with the sample A, it turns into red. It means that the sample A is the acidic sample. Sample is the acidic sample. Okay. We can reuse the used litmus paper. You will say how? As you know that the base turns blue litmus and the base turns red litmus blue. So, we have the sample B, and we are adding the sample B with this used red litmus. See what happens. So, you can see that the red litmus convert into the blue. This shows that the sample B is the basic in nature and therefore, it converts a red litmus into blue. Okay. We have also sample C. Let us see what happens. So, we are treating blue litmus with the sample C. So, let us see what happens. So, when blue litmus reacts with the sample C, it turns red. When the blue litmus reacts with the sample C, it turns red. This shows that the sample C is acidic in nature. It means that we have done the confirmatory test that the acid turns blue litmus red and the basis turns blue litmus red. Acid turns red litmus blue, whereas basis turns red litmus blue and the acid turns blue litmus red. Okay. So, now let us do the next experiment which gives the confirmatory test whether the substance is an acidic or not, whether the substance is acid or not. The first test we are doing with zinc granules. We have taken zinc metal. Small piece of zinc metal we will take. See, we have added a small, test tube should be cleaned. Small piece of zinc metal we have added. Okay. We can add more for more effects. Okay. So, you know that when metal react with acid, it give a hydrogen gas. It give a hydrogen gas. So, we have a sample which reacts with this zinc. We will add the sample. See very carefully. The reaction will start after some time. I have taken the zinc granules and we are adding some more acid. So, let us see what happens very carefully. Okay. We have made the acid more concentrated, and as the acid has become concentrated, you can see the formation of white bubbles. We will capture the bubble. We will capture the bubbles by pressing the test tube, because the bubble is coming in form of hydrogen gas. You can observe it. The zinc metal react with the hydrochloric acid to give zinc chloride and hydrogen gas, and you can see the formation of hydrogen gas in form of bubbles. I am stopping the release of hydrogen gas by closing the mouth of the test tube. You can see the zinc is reacting very fastly with the hydrochloric acid solution. The previous the acid was dilute, so now I have made acid more concentrated, and I can feel the test tube warm. It is hot, and you can see the formation of bubbles. The bubble is the hydrogen gas. You can also do the pop sound experiment here, that when we place the burning candle in front of the mouth, we can see the pop sound. We can hear the pop sound. So, the evolution of hydrogen gas when zinc react with acid. So, this shows that the given sample is an acid, and the zinc react with an acid to give hydrogen gas, and the hydrogen gas is evolving in form of white bubbles. You can see the formation of bubbles here very easily. The test tube has become hotter. The hydrogen gas is coming out. I could also feel the pressure of hydrogen gas on my thumbs, and it could give a very good pop sound when we place a lighter or some light with it. So, this is the experiment of an acid with a metal. When acid react with a metal, it gives the hydrogen gas. Okay. So, let us do the second experiment. What happens when acid react with sodium carbonate or sodium bicarbonate? So, we have a small quantity of acid. We have a very small quantity of acid. So, we have taken this acid. To this acid, we will add a small quantity of sodium carbonate. Let us see what happens. So, we have taken sodium carbonate here. We will add a small quantity of sodium carbonate to the acid using the spatula. Let us see what happens. You can see the formation of white bubbles. You can see the formation of bubbles, and the bubbles are coming very vigorously. And this happens because when an acid reacts with the sodium carbonate or any carbonate, it gives salt, carbon dioxide and water. So, when acid react with sodium carbonate, it gives sodium salt, water and the carbon dioxide. This shows that the substance is an acid. Okay. We can also do the same reaction with the sodium bicarbonate. So, let us see what happens when sodium bicarbonate react with an acid. So, we have taken the acid, the container, small quantity of sample we have taken in a test tube, and we are adding a very small quantity of sodium bicarbonate and see what happens. So, we are adding small quantity of sodium bicarbonate to this acid using this spatula. So, let us see what happens. So, you can see the formation of bubbles, and the carbon dioxide gas is releasing very vigorously in form of brisk effervescence. So, the carbon dioxide gas was released because the acid react with sodium bicarbonate to give sodium salt plus carbon dioxide plus water, and the carbon dioxide gas was evolved very vigorously, very fastly in form of white bubbles, okay, in form of bubbles. So, these are the tests which shows you that the substance is an acidic or a substance is a basic. On the other hand, when the base react with the sodium carbonate and sodium bicarbonate, no reaction will be given. So, base only gives the litmus test here. However, some metals like aluminum and zinc may react with the bases, but the reaction rate will be much slower as compared that when acid react with the zinc metal. Okay, that's for all for now. Okay.